I walk into a dental practice with my children, and I'm there to get a consultation on some necessary work for my daughter. So, as you already know, when it comes to dental practice, they have you fill out a whole bunch of forms. You walk in, you have to sign and understand, like, if your insurance doesn't cover anything, this is what's due. This is the outstanding payment that's due. So I put in all of the information. I pay whatever the copay is, and we sit, we wait, and then we're brought into the back to have this consultation with this doctor. He then explains everything that needs to happen. I understand. I ask the questions that I need to ask, and I'm able to get the solution to the problem that we were having and what the next steps were. After the doctor leaves the room, the insurance coordinator comes in and then describes what the treatment plan is for my daughter. So they break down all of the things that will have to occur. And they said, would you like to have that done today? I said, I can't have it done today. I actually have to go because I'll be speaking. But just let me know what the information is, and I'll sign whatever I have to sign, and we'll set up the appointment. So when I look at the price of it, I said, wow, that's significant. It was significant investment, right? For care for my daughter. And even with the insurance, we still have to pay a significant amount. So I looked at it and I said, all right, let me just sign it. We're going to schedule it, and we're going to get whatever our daughter needs done where she doesn't have to worry about a thing. And on my way back home, because it was about a 45-minute drive or so, it just came upon me the amount of shifts that were made in my life that allow me to be able to sign off and say, we will pay this four-figure amount for my daughter's health and not think twice about it. And it made me start thinking about some of the unexpected benefits that came because I just desired to have more in my life than what I was brought up in. I said to them, I said, wow, I can't believe it. In the next few weeks, we're going to spend this four-figure amount to take care of your health because that is our top priority. And our child doesn't have to worry about where the funds are going to come from. They just need to show up. Track back to when I was my child's age, my mother was not in a position to be able to supply that for me growing up in a single parent household. And it was a full circle moment because when I needed specifically dental care, when I needed ortho, like people compliment me tremendously about my smile, right? But people don't know what I had to go through to get this smile. I had to have 6 teeth removed. I needed to have orthodontics twice. And each time I was the person that funded it. So when I initially got my first set of braces, I hustled my way and got a dental assisting job at 16, y'all, making sure I was paid not $5 an hour, which was what the minimum wage was at that time, but $10. Okay. I negotiated that. I even negotiated for someone to remove my third molars, my wisdom teeth, for free to save myself the thousands of dollars it would cost for me to have the work done because we didn't have dental insurance. And I think about what puts a young person at 16, 17 years old to be bold enough to say, I need more, I want more. That although my siblings, my older siblings, I have 4 older siblings, did not go to college, I'm going to be the first to attempt it as number 5, right? And I'm going to be the first to graduate, right? And it's all because I desired more. I knew that there was more. I didn't know how. I didn't know the how, but I knew that there was more. And because I didn't allow fear to take the driver's seat, and I brought myself to a place of moving forward, even though there was uncertainty, and know that things are possible. It's possible, it's possible, it's possible. That my children are reaping the benefits, right? Because I was just willing to desire more. Are y'all following me? My husband, who grew up in Suriname and had less than I did, who grew up near the Amazon River where they didn't have some of the bare necessities, right? That we have the privilege of having here in America. He desired more. And what he's been able to achieve along with me has been incredible considering our own backgrounds just because we desired more. And we were willing to take some necessary steps forward without knowing all of the steps ahead of us and be obedient. Be obedient to the calling. And because of that, our children are benefiting from that. So that's the unexpected benefits that we often don't think. We have micro decisions, small decisions in our own life, just maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago that are impacting the life we lead today. And I just needed to share that because I actually spoke for a conference this morning and I was talking about diversity, I was talking about privilege, and I came to the realization this uh, driving back before I had to present this course on how great it feels to be in a situation where everything's not perfect, but we're blessed and we're grateful. And the concerns that I had as a 16, 17-year old, my children don't have to worry about. They could be just themselves, right? They can be young. They can be innovative. They can dream without that additional burden that comes from living in poverty or not having the means. But here's another thing that really pointed out for me in thinking about the unexpected benefits of desiring more is that we're more resilient than we realize, that we're more resourceful than we realize. And so I want to turn this just as another case in point when we look at the lives that we're building right now, when we look at the business that we're building and how we want to show up in the world in the impactful work that we do, it just starts with that desire and you having the courage to take those small steps that will be ripple effects into the life that you desire. Now, there's two choices, right? The choices, and both of them are difficult, which is not to do anything and stay in the same place, or to have the courage to take those small steps moving forward and then go through those challenges and still reap the amazing benefits that come from moving forward despite barriers that may exist, that may be pre-existing, and so forth. So I wanted to share that with you because I thought of my own full circle moment to be in a place now where, because I desired more, because I was willing to take the chance, even though I did not have examples to show for me that this could actually work. It was just me trusting enough, me surrendering enough, and being obedient enough to follow that strong pull. But if I was too focused in on my external environment, if I kept my focus in on what I was seeing, the scarcity that was surrounding me, I would have never been able to be in this situation today where we can give more to our own children, right? Or to give more to myself, or to live in the home that we live in that I would dream about as a child. Again, everybody's definition of success is different. My level of success was being able to have a home, to be able to have a family that was together and be able to care for my children and not have them worry about some of the things that I would worry about. I mean, I would worry about finding money to get myself a pair of sneakers, okay? Like things like that would come up for me in my teenage years. And although I was an excellent student, that weighs on you. And there's something really remarkable when we start showing up in our lives and creating more ease and creating more rest and still conquering our goals in life or in business, how much of a benefit that would be to people who are watching us, to our children, if we have children, right? To see that you can have success, you can have things with ease. And it doesn't have to be this pervasive underlying narrative of constant struggle. And that's what I'm trying to disrupt, right? Even in myself, even as I'm pursuing other goals, even as I'm thinking about where legacy is going, scalar is going to go next, right? Where are we going to be in order to really make that bigger impact? Is that even possible? It is possible. And I got to keep the focus on that, because what happens to most of us, because we're human, is that our external environments impact our level of confidence. And confidence only comes from taking that action, y'all. And the clarity comes from, in my humble opinion, taking the time to rest and to really get focused in on the legacy that you want to create today. So I just want to share this encouraging thought with you today. I want you to just take a moment and think back on your own journey. Think about what you've accomplished so far in your life. Think about what you've been able to do that you never even thought of. When I look at the bill for my daughter, I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna do what we gotta do. you know, that same type of bill when I was growing up, there's no way my mother could have covered any of that. There was no way. There was no way that she could have in the climate and circumstances that we were in. But because I was willing to want more for my life, even though there was no example specifically for me to look at, the ripple effects, the benefits of that have led me to be to where I am today. And I want to encourage each of you that if you know that you really are in a place where you want to redefine what success is, you want to redefine how you're showing up in your business and your life, as well as leveraging speaking and training, I'm going to highly encourage you to come to our Legacy Scalar Conference, because our Legacy Scalar Conference is really meant for people to develop that legacy driven mindset so that you can stay focused in on what matters most. Yes, we're going to teach you how to refine your messaging. Yes, we're going to help you build your mindset around sharing your voice. Yes, we're going to go over strategy and marketing skills and PR skills and operational skills to take your business to the next level. Absolutely. But I could not have been here if I didn't really focus in on desiring more, right? Desiring more based on my definition of success, and being willing to have the courage to align my steps in that direction. And because I was willing to take those steps, my family is benefiting from those ripple effects. And it's going to continue because my work isn't done. And I think when you're surrounded by other heart driven and purpose driven individuals, it can give you the boost that you need to keep going, but to make sure at the end of the day that when you show up for your business, when you show up for yourself, each way, it doesn't matter how, you're doing so with joy. And there's so many of us that are not, right? We're not truly happy. And we are struggling internally as well as externally. I get it. I've been there. Y'all seen me do my 5011 pivots in my business till I found something that works. I'm pivoting now because I'm in a different season of my life and thinking about what my family needs at this very moment. And I'm willing to be flexible and pivot and know that everything's going to be okay, because every part of my journey, from the time I was laying in my bed in Queens, New York City, and thinking and dreaming about what I didn't want and absolutely what I desired to have, so that I can build out the life that would make me happy. And I think often about that young teenage girl, and I think often about the bravery that it took to pursue so much of what I desired without having mentors the entire way, right? But guess what? When you take that action, those people that they will come along your journey, they'll be right there ready to support you. And a lot of the people that I've met along the way have been so instrumental in helping me get to where I am. It's not something that we do alone. All right, y'all. We're a couple of months away from Legacy Scalar Conference. I want to invite you again. Go to legacyscalar.com, apply. It's going to be an incredible event. It's going to be an intimate event. We've scaled back on the number of seats because I prefer that we have the opportunity to connect on a deeper way, because the work that we're doing is soul filled. Okay. And it is going to require us to dig deep and uproot some things to get to the place that we want to be in our business as we're utilizing our voice, right? And we're stretching the horizons when it comes to our visibility. Thanks for listening, y'all. And I hope to see you in my next live. Take care.